Welcome everyone. This is the amazing Casey, Karen Collacutt, who is one of the TRIAD that makes up the managing partners of the TRIAD group of companies incorporated. So welcome, Casey.
Hello, thank you.
So we are double teaming you, and we're going to have some fun with this because we want to introduce you to the world, specifically in this particular role. And Jake and I are also going to figure out if we can find some stuff about you that we don't even know, because we think that will be fun. So why don't you start with the kind of more mundane stuff and tell us what you see your role as being inside of TRIAD.
That's not mundane at all. So I am director of operations, which sounds boring, but what I really do is I manage the Make It Go division. Because really, one of the big things that we decided in TRIAD was that it was super, super important that we create a really strong foundation and have the structures, the systems, the policies, the procedures in place so that our business can really run effectively. And that is the place where I shine. I love me some spreadsheets and some policies. And I'm really particularly good at sort of seeing, okay, here's the thing, and here are the steps on how to make that happen, how to make it go.
Cool. Which part of that, of all the things that you've done, because I know you spent so much time, especially last calendar year, really putting the first iteration of concrete down on the foundation of that we depend on so much. Which part are you most proud of?
Well, the favorite thing that I had and the thing that I can see having such a big impact as we grow is the index for our Trello boards. We have a zillion Trello boards, and really being able to know where stuff is. And I can hold a lot of it in my head as far as where stuff is, but even I was starting to not be able to find things. And so I created one board that is our index board that links to all of the cards, all of the lists, all of the things. And so when you guys or our team are looking for things, they can just go and you can say, okay, is it a person? Is it a process? Is it a system? And then figure out what exactly, and then just click a link and you go right to it. And that for me it's exciting. I know you guys are like, oh, it's so exciting, but you guys are excited because you didn't have to create it. But for me, what it shows me is the depth and breadth of what we've already created, and how easily we can create the linkages so that we can get to what we need quickly. And our goal with that was that you could find anything you needed in less than 30 seconds. And we've tested it a bunch of times and it works. Yay, woohoo!
I'll tell you the thing that I use the most, that index for, is because I only do it once a month, is to go in to fill out my commission forms. I'm like, how do I do this again? And you put the whole process in there for me.
Yes.
It's like you do this, and then you do this, and then here's the form you need, and then here's where you send it. It was just like, it's just like being held. It's awesome. I don't have to keep that in my head. Did you have a question, Jake?
Right now, no, but I'm just really, I just want to gush over you, Casey, because as you both are well aware, all that Make It Go stuff is not my fun place. I love using it, but creating it is not where I want to be. So, just the fact that you spent so much time and effort in all of the Make It Go division, because every time I come in and try to do something, it's easy. It's right there. And it's brilliant what you've put together for us to build such a great foundation for anybody coming into the company to just step on and leap. So yeah, I just wanted to just send my love and my accolades and praise you, because it's really so important what you've done in the company.
Thank you. And what's particularly cool for me is I didn't actually know that this was my piece of cake until I didn't have to do all of the things. And then I was like, oh, I've always liked this stuff, but I'm really good at it. When I can focus on it, it's awesome. And then you guys go and do your thing. Just amazing.
So one thing that I think is really important for your journey that we've had the privilege of watching, Casey, because we've all grown a lot by working together and being on this really cool joyride together. You came to some personal realizations around this being your piece of cake, the thing that you do well and you really love. Can you talk a little bit about how you used to label it and how it there was a change in identity for you to get to that place? And I think other people are probably going to experience the same thing as you did, and I'd love for them to see what's coming.
Yeah, it was really interesting. Of course, you know, I've run my own business for many, many years, and coming together like this and really looking at how do we work together and where do we find things that are really a piece of cake. And, you know, to be honest, in my business, I've been the forward person, the leader, the speaker, the networker, all of that. And all of this stuff has always just been stuff I've done. And in fact, in my own business, when I was by myself, it felt like stuff that I knew it kind of needed to be done, but it felt like the stuff that was sort of in the background and and not what I like. When you have to do everything, it doesn't generate revenue itself. It supports the revenue generation. And so it was starting to really play in that area and recognize that was not only is where I'm really great, but where I really feel like I can provide huge value. It was a huge shift for me. I didn't value it the way that I now can, especially being able to see it in reflection to working with you guys, where me doing what I'm so good at, it actually creates space for you guys to go and do what you're so good at. And then we get to come and play together on those things. And it was a huge shift for me. And being able to just recognize and honor the things that I'm really good at, and know that I can go and play in those other areas when I feel like it.
Yeah, because you've got the space to do that.
Yes.
Okay. We need a question. I want to find out something I don't know already, and that might be.
I know. She's going to try and come up with something.
I have a question. I want to know, since the three of us started working together, what has been your biggest learning about you? Like, what's the biggest sort of aha or revelation about you that maybe you haven't even shared with us?
That's a good question. I realize I'm much more of a geek than I thought it was. I think that this is the thing, is I keep coming back to this sort of all this foundations, operations stuff. Like, it feels really geeky to me. And I realize how much I love it. And I've always sort of been the leader, the speaker, the da. And that's a very sort of, kind of cool position. And the operations is not really it's not very shiny, but I love it. And I'm so good at it. And so it's really been, as you said, Karen, it's been an awareness of my identity that has been huge for me. And I'm still kind of getting comfortable with it. And being willing and able to really stand in the stuff that I'm awesome at and allow that to fill me. That's been huge.
Oh, that's so good. I'm going to just put it out there that we should give a prize to the very first person who figures out where the name of the division came from, Make It Go, and just how geeky that is.
Yes.
I think that we'll give a prize for the first person who puts in the comments below and figures that out.
Love it.
Thanks, Casey. We love you so much.
We love you.
Back at ya.